Well, welcome back to our Minecraft City PS4 Part 2 of our tour here. Yes, that's right. We had to do this in two separate videos because it was too long of a tour for Share Factory to do it in just one session. But here we are back at our moderator tower. We're going to fly all the way back down to the main floor. And we're going to go out this door here and out back into our Minecraft City PS4. Getting a good view from the city streets as we walk around. Again, I could fly around here, but I'd like to walk because it allows you to get that feel, gets that view and what a person would actually experience if they walked down these city streets and viewed these beautiful houses, like the Get Baked Bakery back there and this gas station that was in the works. And yeah, just some wonderful plots going on here. Looks like we're going to take a little walk over here towards Poon Handler's grand structure here. Now, some plots were just for other players to build a house or a business on, but some of these were like moderator plots. They were a little bigger than your average plot and were given to some of the gifted builders like Poon Handler here, who built this wonderful cathedral, allowing us to gather in groups and hold little meetings if we needed to, or little public speeches. But thank you so much, Poon Handler, for your contributions to the city, especially with this build. I mean, just look at some of the patterns on the ceilings, the walls, the floors. I always enjoyed Poon Handler's builds. They were always had such great attention to detail. And now the rest of these plots aren't necessarily going to be other players' houses or businesses, but more of events, more of places that once a player had completed their plot, they would be able to compete in little games or kind of meet up in social little gathering spots. And inspired by one of the players here, Yo Vision, I was watching him build his floor, and he kind of came up with this checkered pattern floor for his carpet. And that's what got me thinking, why not make checkers? With a couple of different colored plates, like we got the regular gold, iron plate there, but then we have the gold plate here. And then just by simply placing them just like you would a checkers piece, you can see here how I can jump a piece. Oh, sorry, a little mistake there. We'll fix that later. But you can see how you could jump a piece and move the pieces one by one. And then if, let's say, you did make it all the way to the back and you needed to be kinged, you would just switch that plate into a block. And then you could move wherever you wish. Just like a real game of checkers. This game was played back and forth between us, and it was actually quite fun to just kind of take a break from building and kind of enjoy a different style of game here within the game. And this was something that I built, was Tranquility Park is what I called it. And it was just a fun little area where you could play checkers, kick it with a friend if you wanted, but it was more of a nature walk. Because I found in this city we had so many different buildings that a nice little parkour park or place where you can play checkers and there's actually trees and wildlife I felt was important. Yes, the city is surrounded with wildlife, but Tranquility Park offers some nice seats and little mini games to play so that you can kind of enjoy nature with or without your friends. And in the works was this idea, where I had a dispenser shoot out a boat into the water here. And you can kind of take it almost like a lazy river, if you've ever been on one of those, where you can just kind of go drift down the riverside. Again, a work in progress, as you can see me bobbing back and forth here on this boat, but you get the idea. That Tranquility Park was a place to just clear your mind and just relax and enjoy life and enjoy nature. But that was the end of that, I guess. Other builds had captured my attention or my help was needed elsewhere, but that's where that ended. And you can see as the idea was to just kind of drift around the entire park. And wait a second. Whoa! I dismounted the boat and ended up here. That's actually a really cool way of getting off the boat. Look at that. I got off the boat and ended up on top of the bridge. All right, but that was Tranquility Park here in our PS4 Minecraft City. Thank you again for tuning in and checking out part 2 of our Minecraft City PS4 World Tour. And continuing down our way here, I believe our first video was at nighttime. So now this video shall be during the day, getting the different views of the Minecraft City. And this, ladies and gentlemen, was where we taught other players. If, let's say, you were a Minecraft player new to the game and you did not know too many things and you were still just learning, this Minecraft school was actually really great for teaching players some new tricks and some basics. And you can see here we had a fully fledged librarian seating areas, but this is where it gets cool. These are the classrooms. So for example, right over here is our redstone lab. And let's just flick the switch here. Ah, look at that. The power of redstone already working in lights here. As we can see, this is where the teacher would sit, have their little computer at their desk. But the class would all be at their desks or at these little labs in this, for this sake, with a little brewing stand and some nether wart there. And it says, today's special ingredient, sugar. With the item framed there, chest full of sugar. And let's see what the next sign says. Today's recipe, potion of swiftness. And you can see the potion of swiftness there. Step 1, add a bottle of water to brewing stand. Step 2, add nether wart to create an awkward potion. Step 3, last ingredient, add sugar and wait to brew. Congrats, you have now made a potion of swiftness. Wow, it's been a while since I read that. Okay, nether wart found only in the nether is a key ingredient. Blaze rods collected from blazes found at the nether fortress. Soul sand is where nether wart grows on. Found in the nether. Brewery stand. Blaze rods are used to craft a brewery stand. So that was like a chalkboard with actual item frames and signs on it so that you would actually be able to come here, and regardless if you had a teacher or not, you'd be able to come here, read these signs, look at these item frames, follow the instructions, and be able to do follow the basics, whether it's crafting a glass bottle like you can see on this side was explaining, or crafting your first potion of swiftness. The Minecraft school here would be able to teach you regardless if there was a teacher or not. Here's another one. Today's class, redstone and sticky pistons. And this was, I guess, a redstone class again. As shown here, a sticky piston can move blocks up or down. So we're going to flick this switch. Oh, and it goes up. And it goes down. But if you wish to have your lever in a spot away from your block, simply add redstone between your block, or between your lever and piston. And you can see here as demonstrated. Here there is 2 block space between the lever and the sticky piston. Remember though, redstone can only travel 15 blocks until the redstone needs a repeater required to continue the power from the lever. Okay. And then you can see here, boom, the lever's away from the sticky piston. And this is again like a different setup of a classroom with the seats there. But you could get the idea that each classroom had a different lessons and different things so that players would feel would have a comfortable space to be able to learn the game. I always enjoyed using the levers to make my lights come on the ceiling there. And then this is talking about iron anvils and how to name your weapons and repair your weapons and upgrade your weapons and armor and other equipment. And then the lights here, where this is an enchantment room. And enchantments, I guess, was more of a lecture class, so there was too much written on the wall. I guess lots to write when it comes to enchantments. But that was our Minecraft school, and right here was our soccer field. And just little ideas like this. Like, are we ever going to have a soccer match here? Maybe not, but it adds to the city. It makes it so that when you walk by, you can probably picture this being like a little school with the track in the back, a little soccer field with the stands, little classrooms, libraries, and stuff. So it was almost, what would a city need? And the city continued to grow like that. The city might have needed a mall, or it could have used a school, or it could have, what else would it need? A subway station. And we just kept coming up with more and more ideas to add. But without further ado, these are some of the main events, starting with our Build Wars, where we had lots of fun. This was a classic, brought back from the PS3 Minecraft City, where we would have tournaments. Now, again, everyone would have their 25 by 25 block plot to build in, but Build Wars made it so that 4 random competitors, here are the rules here, but I'll explain it to you. 4 random competitors from our Minecraft community would be chosen and given 4 random spots. Zone A, B, C, or D. And each would have a 20 by 20 zone in it, where you would have 20 minutes to build the random topic chosen. And then once the 20 minutes were up, then everyone would be able to come back into the server again, and we would not tell anybody whose name was in each zone, so that you didn't know. The people that were looking at these builds didn't want to just see their friends or anything. No, they looked at all of them, and as it was labeled Zone A, B, C, or D, when a player decided which one they felt was the best built, they would go to a voting wall and they would say, I believe Zone A was the best cottage, or the best casino, or the best whatever the event was, random event was. And we would collect the votes, and we would see whatever zone at the end of, say, a week or two, whatever zone had the most votes would be the winner. And we did that so we'd get an unbiased vote, so you didn't just vote for your friend or your family or something. No, this was, unbiased. This was Zone A or B or C or D, and you'd come to the voting wall after touring all 4 zones. I know it's empty now. The game was played, and we did clear it out, which is also a pain. People like to build in Build Wars, but just think, who's tearing it all down? The man behind the curtain, I tell you. But I would come here as the host, and we actually recorded and put these matches up on YouTube for all to see. And I would come up here at the beginning of the show, and I would flick the switch, and the last light to not be lit would be the random zone chosen. Oh, or wait, maybe it was lit. Who knows? But the one random one to be lit. So, for example, this one was Zone C. You can see here, we flicked the switch. Zone C was chosen. So they would come up here, that player, that random contestant, and they would open up this. Here it says Build Wars. What? And then click open this. Then they would have a chest with a bow and an arrow. And they would go up to here, and this would be the topic target. And as you can see, they would shoot the bow, and then say if it landed right here, when they destroyed the block, the topic would be right behind. And as you can see here, this will not be a topic. Ha ha ha! In case any of you memorized and decided you wanted to shoot that one spot because you knew what it was, that won't be a topic. But that's how we would choose the topic. And I thought it was a fun, interesting way to kind of get the players engaged. Because again, if, let's say, you built your thing, what do you do after that, after you build on your plot? Play these games, do these events. We had our first event won by Myth Ninja 1 at our Cash Grab casinos. The next one was the Great Outdoors with Flying Rabbits, and they will bless the walls of the Wall of Champions here at our Build Wars forever, man, as our first 2 victors. Check those videos out on YouTube as well. Those Build Wars are here. But again, I would float above here, and for 20 minutes I would fly and I would record and watch as each player in each zone would build up the random topic chosen. And then just to see everyone enjoy that, like kind of come in afterwards and be like, hey, I didn't build, but I did get a chance to take a look around and view all the zones. And oh, okay, for some reason we flew next door quickly there for the PvP Coliseum, but that will be after. Don't know why I just did that, but give me a second here. But that was our Build Wars. Again, an epic event coming back from our PS3 Minecraft City. This was certainly a place where we had lots of fun and helped bring the community together. And again, thank you for everyone who's participated in these events, who's ever built in this world, or even to those who just came by for a visit. Thank you again for everyone's contributions here. This world would not be what it is without the community that built it. And speaking about the community that built it, that might have been my pride and joy of the Build Wars, but this here with Miss Ninja 1's pride and joy, he took a while with this, you guys. He put his heart and soul into making this tier ladder. And what is this tier ladder for? I'll tell you. It's for 16-player PvP tournaments, which we did have and is on YouTube as well. And this is where players that were tired of building and tired of being creative could just throw it down and fight back and forth here in our PvP Coliseum. We'll show you how our combatants enter the arena as we take a walk through the back doors here. And this was another event. This was to get players that maybe have finished building on their plot, maybe wanted to take a break, could just throw all their clothes off, let's say, or their armor, and walk right through here and get loaded up. Head to toe, leather armor with a bow, but no arrows. Arrows you had to collect once you made your way through the gate. The combatants would then face each other. Now, our first event actually had a plain Jane arena. It was all blank here, but for our second event we decided to add this platform and lava. And it's hopefully going to be something fun one day. But for now, this is still just our PvP Coliseum layout number 2. And you're getting a sneak peek by watching this world tour. But the players, combatants, would come out of each side, one from each side here, and would face each other in one-on-one matchups, with the one player being eliminated if they lost and the other player moving up if they won, until only one was left standing here in our PvP Coliseum. And as you can see, the stands... we could get a nice little view of where the spectators would go, but this is where we'd float above. In our championship rounds, we'd launch fireworks from dispensaries and kind of hype it up a little bit, you know. And I would just like to thank again Myth Ninja 1 for this glorious build. It was something nice to see. He built a PvP Coliseum in the PS3 Minecraft City as well, but the slogan for the PS4 MineCraft City is that everything was going to be bigger and better. We weren't locked to just one map size like on the PS3. We had lots more room, endless almost, pretty much. So we decided, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make things bigger and better, and that's exactly what you did here, Tony. You made this Coliseum something spectacular, and a building that people would want to fight in. You know what I mean? Like, if they said we're having a PvP tournament in this dirt block shit shack, you'd be like, no thanks. But if we're going to have a PvP Coliseum battle in this epic Coliseum, yeah, fuck yeah, let's send it all day, every day. Let's do it. And Tony, God bless his soul, he even gave me this little king's perch, where me as the host of the server can sit up here and watch. Now, shit. Okay, he put a fence here. No, I don't want to break it. Oh well, but you can see where I sat. That's where I would sit on this big comfy couch. And yeah, you could view it. Now see, if you noticed earlier, if I break stuff and I don't replace it, it's most likely something I built and I'll know just to go back to later. But if it's someone else's build, it's like, even if they're not here, and even if I could replace it later, it's like I feel guilty conscious. I don't want to break someone else's stuff. It's like, even though no one would know if I did and I replaced it, somehow, like, oh, I know I broke it. You know, I don't want to break something. But this is our Hall of Champions, and this is what everyone would be fighting for, the PvP Coliseum, guarded by 2 Spartan warriors at the door. with an epic dragon statue that I learned from this guy. What was he from? Korea, I believe. And he was called Yubikai. And he said, hey man, you want to learn how to make a dragon statue? I said, fucking right, buddy. And he said, check out my YouTube channel. And when I checked it out, it had step-by-step instructions on how to build a dragon statue. And yeah, he helped me build that on the PS3 MineCraft City. In fact, he built it, and then I built one replicating what he was doing adjacent from it. And it turned out really cool in the last Coliseum, so I felt like I owed it to that guy to bring that dragon statue back here on the PS4 MineCraft City. And just a little message, please show respects to those who have been victorious, as well as those who have perished. Thank you for visiting. And thank you to Chevy Nation. By the way, he's the only name on that wall scroll because he is the only person to come out of the 16-player PvP Coliseum tournaments alive as the last one standing. So that was pretty cool. And but just give me 1 second. It's hot in this armor, so let me just jump into my suit here. The power of Minecraft, just the magic of it all. And look at some of our pixel art gallery here. Look at some of the statues. Devin built a unique looking, looks like a rocket ship or something, like an egg on stilts. I don't know what that was, but. And then I built the Batman and Superman. And I built these little, almost like they called them moderator statues or something like that, or admin statues is what I first known these for. But you can fit them pretty much, any of them, on those little blocks there, those glowstone blocks. So if anyone else wanted to build a statue, they could build one there. But that was right outside of our pixel art gallery. And catering to all the different needs and play styles of all different Minecraft players, I decided after a player had built their plot, how do we bring the community together? Through PvP events, through different obstacle courses maybe, or little mini games like the checkers. But if you didn't want to have a competition and you still wanted to do something fun, the pixel art gallery offered 30 by 30 wall frames, so that you could actually take a pixel art and, you know, paying homage to the old school 8-bit pixel art days. I gave a little Nintendo there with the Mario as a center stage of the Luigi. But you can see here Star Wars R2-D2, created by Angel King 47. And you can see that we had the name of what the thing was, what your picture was, the name of who created it, as well as the date. I believe this one was made by Chronic Lone Wolf. Let's see. Yeah, Chronic Lone Wolf. A Charmander being caught in a Pokeball. And then different other ones. Like, look at this Boba Fett here. Like, that, to me, is pretty epic. Who built this one again? Chronic Lone Wolf again. December 10th. What? Look at that. And then we could fly all the way over here. Look at that sleeping Kirby. And these are all made a few years ago, actually. This is 2021 now. Some of the dates on these are going back to, let's see here, 2016? Is that right? Is that really how long ago it's been, guys? 2016? My God. It's 2021. That means that these pictures, let's see what the date on this, is that 2016 as well? That means some of these pictures are 5 years old. And that's what I thought was cool about putting in the dates, because it kind of creates a little bit of history here in the PlayStation 4 Minecraft City. And if you thought that that Super Nintendo centerpiece was just a TV and a Nintendo, you could actually play it. It's a little parkour course built within the TV to replicate the first and second level of Super Mario Brothers, one of the very first classic 8-bit games from the Nintendo. And yes, I'm going to cheat for the purposes of the World Tour, but this is possible. Multiple people have done it before, and you can go down the green pipe, bloop, 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 and you'd be almost like level 2, where you kind of go inside the wall unit. But this is where kind of like the level 2, where it's a little parkour underground. Oh, and if you fall, you catch on fire and you lose her. And then we'll just kind of do a little bit of Minecraft magic, float over these. But you get the idea that players could come in here and just kind of maybe test their skills and try to make their way through this door and pop out the side. and just making things interactive and making it so that players didn't just come here once and then never return. I wanted people to enjoy themselves and have a spot of their own on their plot, but then be able to just kind of venture out and see what their neighboring plots look like see what other people may have built for their house or their business, or come to the pixel art gallery and see some of the paintings that are on the wall. Yes, some of the walls aren't completely all full, but you can see that some of the frames were being used here. And I think it gave people space and an opportunity to just kind of express themselves through 8-bit art. But if you were looking for more of an adventure, there was still lots to come. As this pyramid I built in the middle here, I even had the coordinates written down somewhere. And it was on the side, I forget, I think it's near the spawn, but it was like, if you're looking for adventure, come to this spot on the map. And if you went to those exact coordinates, it would lead you right here into this little maze puzzles. So you could see here, this was a dead end, and I was trying to come up with like a little kind of parkour challenge maze. Like, that was a dead end there, that was a dead end there. Well, what am I supposed to do, man? How do I get in here? Oh wait, did you check here? There's a lever. And what did that do? Oh, that opened up this door, and like that would just kind of kick off into the next area. And I was trying to make it so that, again, it wasn't just you built your plot, you came here once, and you never returned. These little mini games I was hoping would encourage people to come back again and again and just have their fun with it. But these little mazes and pyramids and stuff are all ideas that we had in the PS3 Minecraft City, but just trying to implement them again here with the extra room. The PS3 Minecraft City, again, was only one map size, so with the expansion here on the PS4, we were able to just do more, have more, and it turned out to be quite well. I think it was something that inspired us all. Like, okay, we had a PvP Coliseum, how can we make it bigger and better? We had a Build Wars event, how can we make that bigger and better? And just, we had a PS3 Minecraft City, how do we make that on the PS4 bigger and better? And it just kept spiraling and into something, and snowball, almost like a snowball effect. It just gradually just kept getting bigger and bigger. And I can't help but continue to thank everybody for their ongoing efforts with this, because I didn't just do this by myself, guys. No way. This is not just me. I'd like to thank people like Myth Ninja 1, Poon Handler, my friends Chronic Lone Wolf, now known as Amarok Frost, due to some PlayStation hacky shit. Sorry to hear that. But Amarok Frostfang and Dalton and just Trailblazers, what he goes by. See, it's been so long that some of my friends have even changed their names. Like, my God. But I hope this is a great video for you guys to watch, reminisce, and just remember the days that started it all. Lots of my valued and long-term friendships on the PlayStation. Some of my greatest pen pals I've ever had, man, from across this fucking world, were founded through the buildings and playing of this game, Minecraft. So this game will always hold a place in my heart, and this Minecraft City will always be a testament to my friends and I just having fun and enjoying this game no matter what time of day it was. We were playing in the morning, we were playing in the afternoon, evening, late at night, like all hours of the night. We'd be up, and like one project would kick off, and then another one would be finished, and then we'd start another one. Like, this here was a prison where we would play cops versus robbers, for example. We came up with this idea where one team would start as prisoners, the other team would start as the guards, and the prisoners would try to escape. Like, just like, it almost seemed like this game had no limits to what we could do. We had an endless amount of resources, with it seemed like an endless amount of ideas, and everything we did was just interesting to be a part of building, and then just to walk through. Like, this was fun building as it is to just go through and look at right now and see how these people would escape and how the guards would have tried to probably catch them. And then if anybody was out of line, we could just throw them in the cell and lock them and take away their privileges. And even if they logged in and logged back out, they would return back in their cell and be like, you are grounded, big boy. But that's probably one of the last structures here that we're going to be taking a look at as far as kind of public events and little fun mini games go. But this was a Minecraft City PS4 World Tour that was long overdue. But I feel like going back at it now as I walk backwards, whoop, 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 but was some of the best things that ever happened on the PS4. Friendships were made, laughs were had. And it's just a blast going through this right now. Like, look. And then hearing all those clicks, you might think that's annoying, but that's because that would let the prisoners know where the guards were. You could hear them walking around. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm even having fun just looking at this right now. But let's jet up into the sky here, take another beautiful view of a beautiful city made here on the PlayStation 4. And yes, this was in creative mode, but just think, every brick by brick was laid by myself and my friends. So we're going to conclude by walking right into our blimp, one of the only aircraft that are here in the Minecraft City skies. But we're going to use this to send off. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my friends for playing with me. And we hope to see you on our next Minecraft adventures.